hit it. We should go live. I'm gonna make sure we go live first. Once I know we're for sure live, it's loading up now on the YouTubes. Once I see that we're live and everything is going through official tissue, then we're good. Okay, it's looking like we are live. Talking about the Phoenix Suns. Yes, I just got the notification. So hola and hello, Fearless Sports Talk. My name's Brad.
My name is Mike.
My name is Kenny.
My name is Nick, if you can see me.
You can today, hopefully. And we are Fearless Sports
It works
Talk.
on. It works on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It works.
It's dumb, bro. I literally, side note, I paid like $7 for the pro version of this, and it's
worse. Don't worry.
It's worse.
Yo, you should just pay the $10 a month that I got. But either way, yo, and hello, Fearless Sports Talk, guys. Welcome to Fearless Sports Talk, and you guys can tell I'm all flustered with this crazy intro. But as you can tell by today's thumbnail, by today's title, I'm all over the place. Today we're talking about the Phoenix Suns. What happened? Everyone on this panel, everyone on this channel, all the guys that you guys see in front of you, all had the Suns winning the NBA Finals. I definitely did. I had them in 5, I believe. Maybe 6. That ain't gonna happen. If they are wins, it's gonna be in 7. But right now they are down currently, as the making of this stream and this video, they are currently down 3-2. So tell me what you guys are thinking down below in the live chat or in the comment section if you guys are watching after. First off, we're gonna start with Brother Mike, and Brother Mike is going to say, Brother Mike, tell us what happened to the Phoenix Suns.
I mean, bro, their rebounding has just been complete trash. Like, they've been getting out rebounded, and their turnovers just been contributing to like their loss. And plus, Chris Paul just not playing to like the caliber that he should be playing. Because, like, I feel like this may be his last chance at an NBA championship. Because next season, when everybody come back healthy, it's going to be hard to get back there. Because they got lucky. You got to keep in mind, they got lucky. So I just feel like just lack of rebounding and just turnovers.
That's a good point. That's a good point right there. Since Nick is eating, let's go to you, Kenny. What do you think? What do you think about what happened?
I mean, basically, they're not playing. Like Mike said, the rebounding is a big issue for sure. Like, we got Giannis missing free throws last game, and then they were not getting the boards. They kept getting offensive boards, getting a free possession, and that plays a key part. I mean, Middleton and Giannis have been playing pretty well this series. When Middleton had that 40-point game, that really helped them win that game. And I guess playing at home, I guess you could kind of tell like Phoenix was going to win the first 2 games at home for sure. I guess, this is more. I could tell this series could have been like a more like every team winning at home. That's why I could have went 7 if anything. But the Milwaukee took one last night in Phoenix, so that was a pretty good win on them. But now Phoenix will have to do the same thing Milwaukee just did. And supposedly, Phoenix is a good road team throughout the season, so they have a good chance of possibly doing that. But in terms of just we were talking about the rebounding and everything. And they're not playing as well. Turnovers too, like Mike said, but they're not playing as well as they were the first 2 games. I guess all that momentum, that momentum after the first 2 games is not there. They're not playing with like the same energy they were playing with before.
Yeah, I feel like their momentum died as soon as they stepped foot in Milwaukee, because the Bucks are the Suns were great as an away team. But the Bucks are just better as a home team, in my opinion. Chris Middleton going absolutely crazy, having 40 points. I think it was in Game 4, right? Game 4 or Game 3? No, I think it was Game 4. But he's just been stepping up, and Chris Middleton's been like a big factor. But what I noticed yesterday when I was watching the game, that the Suns, they weren't really shooting the 3-ball as much as they should have, I believe, down the stretch. They were kind of shying away from that. Whereas like Chris Middleton was doing step back 3-point shots and just hitting them. So I feel like it, besides the offensive balls, like they weren't just really attacking on offense as much as they should have.
Hey, well, Nick, that is very hard to argue against. What happened to the Phoenix Suns? Well, in my expert opinion or not expert opinion, whatever you guys consider me as, I believe that the Sun. What went wrong with the Suns? Chris Paul. I feel like he went from the best player on the court to I don't know. It's definitely not nerves. Like Chris Paul don't have nerves. He's a stone cold monster on that court. But it just seems like he's not playing as good. To me, though, I think it's well. I guess it is Chris Paul. He's not making as good of shots as he was before. But also, I feel like it's more Milwaukee planning and playing better defense on Chris Paul. I feel like their game plan has been so effective, and they're executing. They're executing their plan to perfection, and that's all coaching right there. That is shout out to Budenholzer, Coach Budenholzer, doing what he's doing. And speaking of the Bucks, we're going to let's go into the Bucks then, guys. I believe that the Suns are like rebounding was mentioned, 3-point shooting was mentioned by us. But the Bucks defense has been really good. They've been executing, and they've been rebounding better than the Suns that Mike mentioned. But Mike, why do you think that happened?
I mean, I just think it's just because look, keep in mind the only big. I mean, basically like the only good big the Suns have is Ayton, and with the Bucks is it's kind of like a tall team, basically, like kind of, and they just outboxing them, just getting more rebounds. I don't know, like it's basically that, bro. Like just outboxing them, getting rebounds. Like they wanted. I mean, look, it's like they wanted more. They wanted more because like you could tell like by watching the games they wanted more than the Suns because the first two games you seen the Suns wanted it. The last three games the Bucks really wanted it. Like they playing their hearts out and stuff and you could see it.
Kenny, keep the conversation going. Keep it going. Like I agree with Mike.
I guess most of it just has to just knowing when to box out, when to block, what lanes to block, and everything. And then just I guess like Mike said, just I guess it's more energy of just who's trying to grab the boards in a sense. I feel like the Suns are just wanting the boards to come to them rather than getting up there and trying to grab it. All those offensive boards they were grabbing Milwaukee, they looked like they were just they're really just coming out of nowhere and just grabbing them. Just that right there, just knowing what they're gonna look at the film and just look at seeing they weren't boxing out correctly and blocking the lanes that they were coming from. So that's pretty much it with the rebounding now. It's all about just boxing out.
One thing I had noticed is that they were forcing the switch from Crowder on Lopez to Lopez on Booker. So they were running the pick and roll and getting Booker in that rebounding situation where Brook Lopez is obviously going to dominate him on. And I feel like that's a great game plan by Milwaukee. I feel like that's why they're not getting as many offensive boards because they're just getting switched. Like Booker's down in the paint where he's not going to be grabbing the boards over Lopez unless like he like completely muscles him out the way, but I don't think that's going to happen. So they need to address that switch problem.
I think that Ayton did a phenomenal job the first two games, and I'm not gonna lie, the last three games that Milwaukee has won, I only watched a couple highlights. The first two games I watched in full, but like what I've been seeing too is like the first two games Ayton was dominating. He was aggressive. He was grabbing those boards, and then those things changed. Whether that be the switch that you guys mentioned or just a better game planning coming from the squad, but it's been interesting. Like I just truly believe that it's scary hours, and it is like it's scary for the Suns, and I don't know what they can do to not lose in Game 6. Like, how do they make a Game 7? So, right now, to end this off, what do you guys think they can do to even make it to Game 7, to make it back home in Phoenix? Let's start off with Nick this time. Nick, what do you think they can do to make it to Phoenix?
Yeah, it's a hustle. Like absolutely crash the boards. Everyone has to put in that effort. They're gonna have to shoot the 3 ball more. Bridges He was shooting phenomenal last night. Because I believe he went like 5 for 5 and 3 for 3 from three, and he only had like those touches. But he was shooting phenomenal, and I feel like in the fourth quarter he wasn't getting the touches that he deserved and needed. So they need to rely on their shooters. They need to shoot the three ball more. Chris Paul had like 2 open shots, shot them, made it. You know, they need to set up the three ball more, and they need to crash on those. They need to crash on those. They need to crash down on the boards. That's what they need to do.
Kenny?
I just feel like maybe, I mean, this has to do with maybe Chris Paul just playing the way he played the first 2 games. I know the first game he dropped 30. It's just all relying on the scoring. I don't think the 3-point shooting is not as much needed, but it would definitely help shooting more 3-pointers. But they really just need to just know how to just, I guess, I mean, scoring in general. Just need to play with that same intensity as they were playing the first 2 games. And I guess rather just hoping that Middleton and Drew Holiday both have a bad game. That as well. I know the first 2 games they didn't really have much. They didn't have a pretty good game. But I guess for me it just relies on Chris Paul playing the way he played the first 2 games. Because Devin Booker has been playing well, so there's not really much to worry about that. We know he's gonna score, and England has been playing pretty well as well. So has to rely just playing with that same type of intensity they were playing the first 2 games, and they could definitely take one in Milwaukee. But it'll be tough though.
I think it's important to take it in Milwaukee. Besides the fact that it's an elimination game, of course. I feel like they definitely had to win. I think game 3 they lost by like I think a 3-pointer.
Yeah, I just think like they need to come out and play with heart because right now it just looks like the Bucks wanted more. Like if they just come out and play how they play in game 1 and 2, they could win. But it's like also like going back on what Kenny said, like they need Middleton or Drew Holiday to have a bad game because when all 3 Bucks players are playing like really good, it's hard to beat that team because when they're clicking on all cylinders, it's hard. It's literally hard to beat them. But like the Suns just need to come out with heart. Just like who wants it more? Like I mean, basically, it's gonna come down to who wants it more. If the Suns want it, they're gonna win. They just gotta stop just stop hoping the ball gonna come to them. Like go out there and grab the board. Like just stop playing like. I mean, I don't want to curse, but stop playing like a pussy. Like nigga, get out there and go crazy. Like, come on, like what's up? Like, but basically that's it.
I think that's something. I think that's how you end the video. Now, the last thing we're gonna do to end off is with it. Now we all had the Suns winning. Any chance? Do you guys see? So we're gonna go down. Do you guys think it's gonna end in Game 6 with the Bucks winning, or go to Game 7, but you see the Bucks winning Game 7, or you think Suns will come back and win in 7? Nick, what do you think?
I think the Suns are still gonna win.
So Suns in 7.
Yeah, Suns in 7.
Okay.
It's definitely a hiccup, but you gotta remember that the Suns are still a great team, and this is like their first playoff run. Like this is not Milwaukee's first playoff run. It's their first finals, yes, but this is the Suns' first time in the playoffs, like in general. Well, so I feel like they're just still going to. I feel like they're gonna get their shit together.
Nick,
they're definitely gonna get their shit together.
The only point that I have to make to you is it's the Suns first, but it's Chris Paul's last. I don't think he's making it back to the finals ever. So it's the first for Booker and Ayton.
Yeah.
And the young core, but it's the last for Chris Paul. Chris Paul has to win it now, as Mike said earlier, or he's not winning it. I have Bucks in 7. Now I'm changing. I think Suns will win next
have
game.
The Bucks.
Bucks in 7.
I have the Bucks when taking it. No, as well.
All right, you think it's gonna go back to
I'm
Phoenix in 7?
It next. I probably have Milwaukee taking it in 6 now.
Oh, okay.
It's looking a little bad.
Yeah,
I mean, shit, it's looking a little bad. We'll see though. It's a toss-up though for sure.
I mean, I feel like I still want Chris Paul to win his first ring, like because he deserves it so much. But like this finals was like for me and like in my opinion, like I just felt like I didn't care which team win. Like for me, like I wanted Giannis to win his first ring, but I also wanted Chris Paul to win his first ring. But I feel like like what's going to happen is probably the Bucks is probably going to lose the next game. The Suns will come out and win, and then the Bucks probably going to win the last game. That's what I feel like. It's going to be Bucks in 7. But I feel like it's only going to be Bucks in 7 or 6 only if the Suns don't come out with the same intensity they had in game 1 and 2. If they don't come out with the same intensity, then it's going to be over. And also, you know, Middleton or Drew Holiday not playing well. But if they're playing well, it's over.
And I can agree on that. So, guys, as we always do, closing statements. What do you guys want to say to close out today's video?
Let's go Yankees!
Oh yeah, I just want to say, Julius Randle's a fraud. Okay? I'm gonna keep saying this.
I was gonna say, yo, Riri, what were you eating?
Right?
Sandwich, honey turkey with Swiss cheese on Wonder Bread with mayo, made by my fiance Michelle Hernandez.
Oh,
that's shout out.
Hey, shout out to Michelle, man.
It's the best kind of sandwiches.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Yo, Wonder Bread is the best white bread. You know, mayo is always slaps, bro. Honey turkey's the best cold cut, and then Swiss is right out there with mozzarella. So you know, boy, that's
bro,
good.
I need to get that fucking Get some wheat bread, bro. Wheat bread is fire.
Wheat bread's good.
Honey wheat. That shit's fire.
Honey wheat. Yeah, there we go. Honey wheat.
That's forget y'all. Potato bread, bro. Now y'all lost me. Bro.
Potato bread. I haven't had potato bread in a minute. I'm not gonna lie.
Potato bread or honey wheat bread?
My mom only be buying wheat bread now. Ain't none of those white slices anymore.
Wow.
Ain't none of that white bread anymore.
Wow.
Kenny, same shit, bro. Same.
yo, Cliff in the chat. Yo, Cliff in the chat just said potato bread is the best. Thank you, Cliff.
Yo, Cliff, what's good, my boy?
Yo, BDC was good.
Okay, and that's where we're gonna end.
Only real ones know what that is.
Nobody knows what that is.
No one knows what that is. And we're gonna leave it like that. All right, thank you so much for clicking watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you guys want to join this conversation, you guys can always join us when we do these live streams. It's fun. We'll be answering questions that anyone has in the chat. If you guys want to pull up when we are live. If you guys are watching this after, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're watching it live, don't forget to hit that like button. Comment down below. If you're live, comment in the chat. That's all you gotta do, man. Follow us on social media. It's Fearless Sports 2. That is our Twitter handle. We also have a TikTok that I'll have in the first pinned comment down below. If you guys want to follow us on TikTok, we post some things there. We're gonna be posting a lot of
stuff gonna be coming soon. More stuff gonna be coming soon.
Yes, it will be. Nick is gonna probably be the most person you guys see on our TikTok, though. He has a lot of ideas for him. We told him to go with it. So you know, you guys gonna see a lot more Nick on our TikTok. You guys should doing a lot of fun sports stuff there. You know, we're coming live in every sports angle. Twitter is more my fear. So most Twitter tweets will be coming from me, and most Twitter things will be coming from me. Nick is gonna be handling the TikTok. You guys will be seeing a little bit of Mike and Kenny throughout it. You guys know they hit for the videos though, and that's how we do it. Thank you so much, guys, for clicking and watching this video. We really appreciate it, guys. And as we always say, peace.
Peace.